What you're looking at right now is not a hotel. It's not a palace. And it's definitely not something you've ever seen before. This is a private super yacht. And the moment you step inside, you forget the ocean even exists. We're talking about a vessel so grand, so outrageously beautiful, that even the people who could actually afford this would stop and stare. Today, we're going inside. Every deck, every room, every space that makes this yacht unlike anything on the water. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see something that doesn't feel real. Now, before we go any further, I want to be upfront with you. This yacht is fictional. It does not exist in real life. But everything you're about to see, the rooms, the spaces, the sheer scale of this vessel, it's all designed to show you what's possible. What the future of luxury on the water could actually look like. So sit back, relax, and let's take a walk through one of the most extraordinary yachts ever imagined. Let's start from the outside, because before you even set foot on this yacht, it already tells you everything you need to know. The hull is long, dramatically long. There's a presence to it, like it was built not just to sail, but to be seen. The lines are clean, they're bold, and there's something almost timeless about the way it sits on the water. It doesn't rush. It doesn't shout. It just commands. And when you look up at the decks stacked above each other, you start to realize just how much space is hiding inside this thing. This is not a yacht you visit for a weekend. This is a yacht you live on. The entrance alone sets the tone for everything that follows. You walk through these doors, and the first thing you feel is space. Not just physical space, but that feeling you get when you walk into somewhere truly grand. Somewhere that was designed for you to feel something. The foyer is enormous. There's a grand staircase right in front of you, the kind that makes you want to slow down just to take it all in as you walk up. Soft, warm light fills the whole space. Nothing harsh, nothing cold. It feels like the inside of a palace, except it's floating. And every detail you notice, the curves, the height, the light, all of it is telling you the same thing. You are somewhere extraordinary. Walk through the foyer, and you arrive at the heart of the yacht. The Grand Salon. This is the main living space, and it is massive. We're talking about a room so wide and so open that you almost forget you're on a boat. There are deep, oversized sofas arranged across the room, the kind you sink into and don't want to leave. But what really gets you are the windows, floor to ceiling, wrapping around the entire room. Wherever you sit, wherever you look, the ocean is right there, surrounding you, moving with you. On a clear day, it looks like a painting. On a stormy day, honestly, it might be even more beautiful. On one side of the salon, there's a more intimate corner, a smaller sitting arrangement, just a few chairs, a low table, soft lighting above. The kind of corner you retreat to for a quiet conversation, or to simply sit and think. The Grand Salon does that. It has big spaces and quiet spaces, all living together in the same room. Next, the dining room. And I need you to really look at this table. It is long. It seats easily 12, 14 people, maybe more. The table itself has this deep, rich tone to it. And above it hangs a chandelier that looks like it belongs in a royal estate. When that chandelier is lit in the evening and dinner is being served on this yacht, I genuinely cannot imagine a more elegant setting. The chairs are tall-backed and deeply comfortable. The kind of chairs that make a meal feel like an occasion. Along the side of the room, there's a formal serving area. Quiet, tucked away. Everything in this dining room is designed to make the people sitting at that table feel like they are the most important people in the world. Because on this yacht, they are. Now let's go up. The Sky Lounge is one of those spaces you didn't know you needed until you're standing in it. It sits on one of the upper decks, and the views from up here are unlike anything you've seen on the decks below. You're higher. You're closer to the sky. And the ocean looks different from up here, bigger, quieter, more alive. The seating in the Sky Lounge is arranged so that no matter where you sit, you have a view. Curved sofas, low, comfortable chairs, everything soft and warm in the lighting. This is where evenings happen on this yacht. This is where the real conversations take place, quietly above the water. Now, there's one level of this yacht that is separate from everything else. The owner's deck. And the moment you step onto it, you feel the difference. It's quieter up here, more private. The whole atmosphere shifts. There's a private lounge that belongs only to the owner. Not the main salon, not the sky lounge. This one, a large sofa, positioned perfectly toward the ocean. Low lighting, a stillness to the whole room that the rest of the yacht doesn't quite have. This is a room designed for one purpose, complete, total peace. No guests, no noise, just you and the ocean and all the silence in between. Behind those double doors, the owner's suite. And honestly, this room deserves its own video. The bedroom is centered around a bed that looks like it was designed to make you forget every bad night of sleep you've ever had. It sits right in the middle of the room, large, commanding, surrounded by warm light on every side. And then there's the bathroom. There's a freestanding bathtub positioned right next to the window. You could take a bath and watch the ocean at the same time. I don't think I need to say anything else about that. Now, this yacht wasn't built just for the owner. The guest staterooms on this vessel are not afterthoughts. They're not secondary. They're genuinely spectacular rooms. Each stateroom has its own personality, its own feel, but every single one of them has one thing in common: a view of the ocean. The beds are large and dressed beautifully. The lighting is warm and considered. And each room has its own little sitting corner, an armchair by the window where a guest can sit quietly and just watch the water go by. If you've ever stayed in one of the finest hotel suites in the world, a guest room on this yacht is that. But better, because you're moving. And there are multiple staterooms like this throughout the yacht. Every guest who steps aboard, they're taken care of. Completely. Let's talk about the wellness side of this yacht, because this is where things get really interesting. There's an entire area dedicated to nothing but rest and recovery. The spa room is unlike anything you'd expect to find on a yacht. It's quiet. It's still. The lighting is soft and low. This is a serious space, not a feature added to impress guests, but a room that was genuinely designed for rest. Adjacent to the spa, a sauna. After a morning in the open ocean air, stepping into that warmth and just sitting in the quiet, there's nothing like it. And just next to that, a relaxation room. A single day bed, dim lighting, silence, no screens, no noise, just a place to completely stop. On a yacht this active and this alive, this quiet little room might actually be the most valuable space on board. Now, most yachts have a pool on the deck. This yacht has one inside, an indoor pool that glows a deep blue and sits inside one of the most beautiful rooms on the entire vessel. Along the side of the pool, there are full-length loungers, reclined back, draped, perfectly positioned. You could spend an entire afternoon in this room and never once feel the need to go outside. As a complete space, this indoor pool room is one of the most memorable on the yacht. Let's go outside now, because as beautiful as the interior of this yacht is, nothing quite compares to being out on the deck with the open ocean all around you. The main upper outdoor deck is expansive. There's room for a large group of people out here, and it still doesn't feel crowded. In the center of the deck, there's a full outdoor lounge setup. Deep sofas, low tables, the kind of arrangement you'd find at a high-end resort terrace. On a clear day, sitting in that outdoor lounge with nothing but open ocean around you and open sky above you. That is freedom. That is what this yacht is actually selling. Not the rooms, not the chandeliers. That feeling right there. Now, imagine having dinner out here. There's a full outdoor dining setup on one of the decks. A long table, dressed and ready. Chairs arranged around it. The ocean behind every single seat. In the evening, as the sun starts to drop and the sky turns orange and pink behind you, dinner on this deck is not just a meal. It's one of those moments you remember for the rest of your life. And right beside the dining area, a deck-side serving station. So everything comes to you. You don't move. You don't go inside. You just sit and you eat and you watch the ocean change color as the night comes in. Near the waterline at the stern of the yacht, the beach club. And this might be one of the most addictive spaces on the entire vessel. The platform sits so close to the water that when you're standing on it, you could reach down and touch the ocean. You're not watching the ocean from above anymore. You're at its level. Right next to it, there's a relaxed seating area back here. Cushioned benches, low tables. The whole atmosphere shifts at the beach club. It becomes more casual, more alive. This is where mornings start on this yacht. A coffee, the water right there, the quiet of the open ocean. Nothing better. Not every space on this yacht is about grandeur. Some rooms are about something quieter. The library is one of those rooms. It's smaller than most of the spaces we've seen today. Intentionally so. There's a large reading chair positioned right beside the window. A lamp above it. The ocean outside. If you're the kind of person who loves to read, or who simply needs a quiet room away from everything else on board, this room was built for you. Visual. Slow pan across the bookshelves. Warm, curated calm. It has a warmth to it that's different from the rest of the yacht. Less dramatic. More human. And sometimes on a vessel this grand, that's exactly what you need. There's one more private room on the owner's deck that we haven't talked about yet. The private study. A large desk sits in front of a window that frames the ocean like a picture. Some people might find it hard to focus with that view. Others might find it's the only place in the world they can truly think. The study is quiet, composed. Every detail in this room is calm. Even at sea, even in the middle of the open ocean, the owner of this yacht has a place to come and simply work. So that's it. From a grand foyer to the sun deck. From the owner's suite to the beach club. From the indoor pool to the quiet library. This yacht has it all. And I know it's fictional. It doesn't exist. But here's what I believe. The things we imagine today are the things that get built tomorrow. The yachts of the future will have spaces like these. Will feel like this. Will give people that feeling of being somewhere so beautiful, so grand, that they forget for just a little while that the rest of the world exists. And honestly, isn't that exactly what we're all looking for? If you made it to the end of this one, thank you. Genuinely. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.